back to my channel. My name is Jennifer and I do all things embroidery here. In today's video I'm actually going to make a sample for my Etsy shop. And this is what the sample looks like. I made this a couple of days ago just to make sure that the stitching was correct and I liked how it looked. And I can add a name down here. So I'm going to actually put this on a shirt this time. So I'm really excited to show you guys how to do that. So let's get started. Here's all the things that I'm using. I'm using my Brother PE800 Embroidery Machine. I am using a blank boutique shirt. It's a size 3T. And I'm going to make this for my son as a sample. It's a black t-shirt. I'm also using glitter canvas vinyl. It's not a heat transfer vinyl. It's a canvas vinyl. So you cut it and then applique it and you don't have to heat it, so which is nice. I'm going to also use some tearaway stabilizer by Sulky. And I'm using Bro thread here. There's only two colors that I'm using. I'm using like a green color and a blue color. I'm also using this spray. It's a temporary adhesive spray because I'm going to float my shirt. I'm not going to hoop my shirt because it's a lot easier to do projects on this machine when you float them. And I'm going to use an iron later to put some tender touch on it, and that's pretty much it. So let's prep this shirt. Okay, I apologize in advance because the lighting in my bedroom is absolutely awful. I'm doing the best I can with the ring light that I have. So I'm using a 5x7 hoop, and I'm going to actually hoop the stabilizer first. So I'm going to actually do that off camera because I am holding my camera and I can't do both. So let me hoop the stabilizer. Okay, so now that the stabilizer is in here, I grabbed this, and this came with the machine. And we're going to mark the center. That's where we're going to align the middle of our shirt. And I don't know where my fabric marker went, so I'm just going to use my pencil here. That works just fine. Okay. Okay, now you can see the center of the hoop. Okay, I'm going to grab my shirt and I'm going to flip it inside out, and I'm going to show you how to align it on here properly. Okay, so I went and ironed my shirt to make sure there weren't any wrinkles, and I ironed it folded in half. Notice that the back of the tag is on the inside of the fold. Okay, and we're going to line up the middle of the shirt to the dots, like that. But first, before we put the shirt on, I'm going to spray onto the stabilizer so the shirt can actually have something to stick to and it won't move. Okay, you can still see my center line from where I ironed it. I'm just kind of pushing it into the corners, and if I need to add a little bit more spray, I will. But for now, I'm just trying to get the shirt onto there so it doesn't move. See, now the shirt's stuck to it. So that's what we want. And then when we put it on the machine, we're going to actually open it up from the bottom, and it's going to embroider. I'll show you. I'll try my best to show you how that works. Let's put it on the machine. Okay, so I finally have my design planned out, and this machine has some awesome features if you buy a pattern online, and you can actually add, your little personal touches. The only downside, I think, from my experience, is when I purchase a font, and when I purchase a font, they come in individual letters. So you literally have to sit here and input every single letter, which can be really tedious and time consuming. So that's my only downside about this. But other than that, I'm just glad to be able to actually like add a personalization. So if I wanted to add a name, I totally can. But yeah, let's get this color finally on here, and let's get this done. Real quick, I wanted to show you this little thing right here. Normally, when you have like a sewing machine, like a regular sewing machine, the thread holder is like this flat. Let me see if I can actually show you what I'm talking about here. Like, it looks like one of these, right? So you put that on the top of here. But I just recently learned that if you're using a specific type of thread holder, like this with the hole that's so small, use this thread holder right here. So just stick this right in, and it keeps everything together, and you don't get any snags. I've had problems in the past with it snagging on these types, because it'll just get snagged in here, which can be really frustrating, because if you're in the middle of a project and all of a sudden your thread snaps, or if it snags, then it could break the needle or anything, so we don't want to do that. So if you have one of these, this came with the machine. So if you do not have the machine and you're wondering, hey, where can I get that? This actually comes with the machine. So just a pro tip for you. This has been amazing. I haven't had any problems with this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and thread this real quick. It's hard to thread this with one hand, so I'm gonna do this off camera. If you want to learn how to thread this machine, check out my unboxing video. I made an unboxing video when I first got this machine, and I showed you how to thread it. So check out that video. I'll link it in the cards. So, okay, I'm gonna thread this. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a trace on here. It's gonna trace it for me. And it's gonna show me where the pattern lands. Okay. Okay. So, key thing here, you're gonna need to keep an eye on your project at all times. Always have your hands in here. I don't have those fancy clips to hold these back, so I'm going to use my hands because I'm just starting. So yeah, so just make sure when you're doing projects on this particular machine, you do not get up. You stay here and you watch it, because anything can happen. So I'm definitely going to have my hands in here, moving the shirt around and making sure it does not get snagged on anything, because it will, and it has happened before, so I don't want it to happen again. Okay, so I'm going to get this ready. I'm going to get the materials ready for the eyes, and then we're going to get started. So I'm actually going to take these scissors and I'm going to cut this out. gonna clip some of these threads and take the shirt out of the hoop and see how it turned out. So I took most of the tearaway off the round, and I did clip some of the threads and everything. I'm going to iron this real quick, and then I'm going to put some Tender Touch on it, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's completely done. Okay, so I cut out my Tender Touch to make sure the right side, so that, see the shiny right there? I don't know if you can see that. The shiny side goes down on the shirt, and the soft side stays up. I'm just waiting for my iron to heat up. Then I'm going to iron this for about 10 to 15 seconds. I'm going to check it to make sure it's completely fused, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely inside out, or right side out. Note that I am using like parchment paper to protect the shirt and to protect the eyes, the canvas, vinyl canvas. And I just put that in between the irons so that I can control the heat and that I don't accidentally burn anything. So I just wanted to, make note of that. Alright, so I'm going to turn the shirt inside out and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, this turned out super cute. I'm trying to get a good lighting on it. That's what it looks like. Super adorable. If you're interested in this shirt, check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below. All of the materials that I used to make this shirt will be in the description box. Also, if you click on those, I get a very small commission. It's a great way to support my channel. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.